What's going on, good people? What is going on? Um, it's your boy Cinnabon John Borgen back with another video slash stream. Um, so crazy things happening in the league. Crazy things happening in the league. Is Sundowns back though? Is this Pirates' first what do they call that? Slip up. So are they the real deal? Is Stellenbosch in a title race? Loki feel like they I want him to be in the title race because win loss is a team from the West. Win loss is a team besides Sundowns challenge for the league. Interesting questions. Interesting. My name is John Morgan. I am obviously from Cape Town. If you like the video, like it, and subscribe or share it if you're new. And yeah, I would really appreciate it. I'm gonna start with Sundowns because I was pretty like going into the Sekhukhune game. I was thinking, okay, Sundowns didn't play that well against that Congo team at home, um, and their fans didn't even come. Like they didn't even come. There wasn't even a lot of fans in the stadium. So going to the Sekhukhune game, I thought maybe the 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 baggage from that game into the Sekhukhune game or the league game would have been a lot. It would have been heavy, and it proved not to be. Although the results can lie and the results can tell a different story. Because if I look at that game, Sekhukhune did have opportunities to score. They did have opportunities to not concede, and I think a lot of mistakes was made. Mistakes were generally made in league games here in our country. So if they could have avoided the mistakes that happened, they might have got something out of the game. But at the same time, we have to give credit where credit is due. I think Karam Reyners is proving to be a good signing for Sundowns. I think that if I'm honest, like if I look at all the all that he's been through in a sense of fitting into the club, fitting into the environment, um, colored boy coming from the west, coming from the south and going up north, um, it can be difficult. I mean, it can never be easy. Also, I don't think he's fluent in Xhosa or Zulu or whatever they speak there. So it can be very difficult for a colored boy to go and play um, at Sundowns in Mamelodi. So that is difficult, but at the same time, I think he's doing very well. I think from the fact that he's in the Bafana team proves that he's doing well. But besides the what he's doing for Bafana from a stats perspective, from a general gameplay perspective, yes, there's a lot to improve in his game, but in what he does, he's effective. And that effectiveness Sundowns need right now because I don't think Sundowns is playing their best football. Honestly, I don't think the manager is great, but at the same time, that what's his name? I said his name in the last stream. I can't say his name again. But the previous manager that was there, he had a very clear way of playing. And obviously now with the new manager, there's obviously going to be a difference in how they want to set up. So you kind of have to give grace in that sense to Sundowns at the moment, and them getting a 3-0 result um, is good. I think they were at home, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sundowns were at home. So two home games back to back. One in the Champions League, another in the league. That is, I don't think that's good enough based on their standards. But at the end of the day, they got it. They got the job done. Right? They now back on top of the log. By a 4 + 4 goal difference. And yeah, you would expect them to hit the ground running, but I don't think the football's good enough, to be fair. Also, I think they have a lot of foreign players, and the foreign players doesn't really understand, or I wouldn't say doesn't understand the game from our perspective, but at the same time, you give them time to gel. So that's Sundowns, and um, that's the reality where they find themselves. Now to the big one, the big one. Stellenbosch United won. Orlando Pirates won, and this is crazy because Orlando Pirates was at home. Orlando Pirates is playing scintillating football. Orlando Pirates is playing absolutely gorgeous stuff. Good making one twos, making good chances, making chances to score, and they're just not able to. And I think that the way Stellenbosch shit out, and for them to win the game like that, I think is a plus, because teams obviously many of the time get that wrong, where they try and play a game, this expensive game, where if you want to get the result, you have to set up shop. You can't go and play free flowing, risk taking football. You have to see what you can get out of the game and then take that if you get the chance. And I think that's what Devon Titus is. That's what he did. He got the one opportunity, counter attack, boom, hit him 1-0. We take the 3 points and we run. And that's legit what happened. And if I look at the chances that Pirates missed, and the Pirates team is a good team at, like, honestly, I feel like they're the best team in the league right now. And the best team in the country with the best players. So if they get a goal, I think they go on to win the game. And the fact that they didn't get the goal, partially down to the lack of quality in the box, in a sense of Masangwani missing chances, Mufiking missing chances, but at the same time, is not coming off. I think he had a good game still. I think that there was players that still had good games, but bro, if I'm honest, the the way Pirates play, they are the best team in the league. They legit are the best team in the league. And if anybody's gonna say they're not, they're probably gonna have a biased opinion, because to do that what they did to Stellenbosch. Yeah, I know it's at home, but they literally had them in their own half, camping, literally camping, and they had the opportunities to score the goals. They had the opportunities to win the game, and they didn't. And that's the difference between a champion and not a champion. I think um, if they had been league champions last season, would they have gone and won the game? Maybe. But this is what champions are like. This is how you make a champion. You have to start winning games. You have to go through the process, and it's good that they are still they still joined first. I know they're second because of goal difference, but they're still in the same amount of points. And it is still December, early December, literally the 2nd of December. So there's a whole season still to play. And based on how they're playing at the moment, I don't think much teams are going to come close to them. They are definitely the best team in the league at the moment. They have the best players. They are the most well-oiled, most attacking. They have great athletes. I think Otto is good, and I think based on the goals, the type of goals they score, you can genuinely see that they're doing something, and they're doing something special. And if they can take that form and they can mentally lock in for the rest of the season, I don't see what's not achievable for them. So from that perspective, I think that Pirates is the best team in the league. For them to lose on the weekend is kind of a kick in the teeth, in a sense of, if they win that game, then it's clear. All right, that's clear. They're the team to beat this season. But because they lost that game and they were at home against a good Stellenbosch team that plays well, that has good players. But again, the nature of the game and the way the game went, you would have said they must go on and win this game. They must win this game because they had all the opportunities to win the game. Stellenbosch, on the other hand, they played the game, man. You see, they played the game, and their tactics worked well. The problem is, though, is that if your tactics work well, what tends to happen is that um, it doesn't shine light on the issues that you might have. The biggest issue that I might have is the ball retention, them on the ball. Now, okay, I understand you're under pressure. I understand you in Orlando, literally in Soweto, so it's gonna be difficult. But for me, you're a professional footballer. You playing CAF. You should be able to keep the ball. You should be able to make the better decisions. And they weren't able to do that. They weren't able to play out. And yes, they got the opportunity, and yes, they got the goal. But we expect more from them, right? We expect more from them. And for me, I think that they must be in a title in for the league. Their mindset must be, we want to go on and win the league. Yes, okay, they're 6 points behind Sundowns, and 6 points behind Pirates. But at the same time, well, they're 6 points behind them, and as well as 6 points being a lot of points in this league, because I feel like those two teams right now is not going to drop points anytime soon, unless they play each other. Now that Stellenbosch took points of Pirates, they must go take points of the top teams to prove to everybody that they're not just a team that can compete. They can be champions. And I would really love for a champion to come from the south again. Win losses that happened. It hasn't happened in the recent past. So if we can get a Stellenbosch to win the league, that will bode so well for our development. Because like I said before, Stellenbosch goes and they take players from these leagues and they make them superstars. They make them PSL players. And then, like for example, Ikaram, he went on to be a superstar. The same thing they're doing with Jaden Adams. The same thing they're doing with Titus. All of these players have potential. They must just come. They must just now take it to the next level. And I think they can do it. It's just a mental thing, a mental shift of we can go and win games. Because I don't want them to. Because look here, right? I'll just prove something to you quickly. Stellenbosch. Stable. Let's go to Stellenbosch quickly. So Marumo. Okay, wait. Okay. So if I look at the games, right? They played against Golden Arrows, lost 2-0. And that game they should have won. Polokwane City, 1-1 draw. Um uh Richards Bay, 0-0 draw. Richards Bay, they should be winning. Okay, they won Marumo Gallants in the league, but they lost to them in the quarterfinal of the knockout. Is it Calling Cup? Not Calling Cup. Black Label Cup, and then they drew to TS Galaxy. So look, at the end of the day, and now they win Pirates. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna count. I'm not gonna speak on the CAF Confederation because I still thought they were absolutely poor against Stade something. But if you look at the team, they should be getting better results, but they're not getting that results. And I think they need to like literally get the results to show everybody that they can do well. So that's another thing. Then, all right, then the players like Devin Titus and Jaden Adams and Ashley Cupido, all of these players, they come from the south. They must switch, man. They must really switch in their heads. They must become superstars. They must become professional. They must become like literally. They have the opportunities and the platform to go out and express themselves. Devin Titus, he is only 23. He mustn't fall into this reality where PSL is the limit. He must literally improve himself, so that when it comes to the time to show everybody what he's made of, he will be able to do that. And I feel like a lot of the times our players don't think like that. Our players get to the PSL, and because PSL is well funded, because they get healthy salaries, and because of the exposure that they get, they think that this is the limit. No, bro, the limit is not this. The limit is to be great. We need to score more goals. And the limit, I don't mean now be great and go to Europe. No, sometimes you don't have to go to Europe. But at the end of the day, for you can become a world beater in your own country. You can become a player that everybody adores and everybody loves. Why? Because you are so good. And I feel like that is what our players, especially colored players, must aspire to be. They have the talent, they have the ability, but their friends and the people they hang out with tend to bring them down. Now that's a different kettle of fish altogether. But becoming professional and becoming a superstar in your own head, not a superstar, become arrogant. Become a superstar in a sense of professional. You are professional. You don't do certain things. You don't go certain places. You go to training and you give you all the training. When it comes to matches, people know what they can expect from you and more. So I feel like that is what's missing. And as soon as that starts to happen, you will start to see our brand of football become much better. Because at the moment, what do we have? We have very, very high transitions. We give the ball away too easily, and that's all PSL teams. All PSL teams give the ball away too easily. And yes, I understand that sometimes the opposition is relatively the same level as you, but at the same time, you must get to a point where you must want to be good. And if you're good enough, you must improve yourself so that you can become better. Another thing that I wanted to touch on briefly, all right? Not talking about Stellenbosch anymore. Stellenbosch, I think if they can get into a title race, that would be great. Cape Town City. Cape Town City is in crisis. Cape Town City was a team challenging for the CAF positions. They were kind of second in the beginning stages. Then they become a team fighting for the CAF. Then they became a team fighting for MTN 8, getting into the top 8. Now I feel like they're a team mid-table. Next season, it looks like the Cape Town City is going to be a team in relegation. Bro, absolutely not. I understand, right, that the game that was played on the weekend wasn't the result wasn't a fair reflection, because a lot of the goals that was conceded was scrappy goals that you should be defending. But at the end of the day, if you're not getting the results, if you're not getting the results on the pitch, it's never going to work. You need to get the results on the pitch. The players, and there were so much opportunities for Cape Town City to go on and take the game to Golden Arrows, but they didn't. And yes, I understand it's away, but at the end of the day, bro, I think you're 13th. Let's check. They're 13th. Hikey 13th, fam. 13th is crazy. No, they're 11th. Still, 11th and then 16 places. 11th and 16 places. That's a crisis. That is a crisis, and you must take a hard look at yourself and ask yourself what is going on. Because at the end of the day, the type of football that we're seeing is poor. The players that they're producing is poor. That striker, I don't know where is he from, but he is absolutely horrible. I don't understand how you can have a striker like that, and you have so much talent that's playing here on the grassroots football. It's so much. Literally 19, 20, 21-year-olds that can go and play number 9 for you and can score you 10 goals. That guy scored 1 goal this season, and the goal came now. Will literally turn and shoot. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's bad. I don't know if it's bad management or bad administration, but something's wrong. Something's wrong and something needs to be fixed. Now, I'm not saying sack Eddie Tinkler. I am saying take inventory of what's happening. Take inventory of what's happening, because this is poor. This is a representation of Cape Town. You call yourself Cape Town City. Bro, you don't represent me. If you represent me, you must do better. You must do better. And I'm someone that loves, I'm a patriot, so I love my people. I love where I come from. I love my colored culture and my colored community. And majority of the Cape Town City is colored. But you must do better. You have to do better. Take pride in what you do. You get into the step onto the pitch. You want to give you all. Yes, I understand sometimes those things don't go your way. But at the same time, that doesn't take away from the basics. Defending, attacking the ball when you must header. If there's a loose ball in your own box, you attack it regardless of what you see. And that's not what happened now the weekend. So they are in crisis. They are definitely in crisis. Chiefs is also don't want to talk about Chiefs because Chiefs is looking rather up and down. But yeah, I think if like sticking on Cape Town City, like if they have to invest in the development and an identity on how to play, they're gonna do much better. Because right now it looks like literally go onto the pitch. This is the best players that we have. Go onto the pitch and try something, do something. So they on the opposite side of what's happening. And if you look at how far Stellenbosch has come compared to how much Cape Town City has dropped, it's literally chalk and cheese. And I feel like what Cape Town City can do is they can look at a team like Stellenbosch and they can say, okay, what are they doing right? And what do we want to take from this system, from this style? Because, bro, if you look at their players, they have one identity, they have one style, they have one manager that obviously they have one manager, but they have one person that's in charge that runs the thing. And if they all come together and they all lose together and they all win together, and there's never a thing of like superstar status. I feel like there's too many superstars in the city. I feel like everybody wants to be a superstar, and people that hasn't even made it yet wants to be a superstar. One call up for the COSAFA Cup, and all of a sudden you're a superstar. Ain't no way, guys. ain't no way. The standard is higher in this country. And I'm not talking about, yeah, okay, PSL is good and this, whatever, this and that and the other. I'm talking about, look at your own people. Look at the standards when it comes to your own people. We don't accept mediocrity. And but I feel like when it comes to PSL, we just accept this is how it is. When I think it's diabolical. It's actually diabolical. So for me, it's really about getting to where you're supposed to be. And I'm not saying now sack the manager and make me manager because we will probably get relegated. I say we, but they will probably get relegated if we must do that. But I am saying lift up your standards. You guys are professionals. You guys know what you want, what you want to do. If you have a problem, then address the problem. Number one problem, striker, sack him immediately. Sack him, send him somewhere because he brother is strong and he's big and that's all. That's all he is. So yeah, my main thing is right now is checking out where Stellenbosch is gonna end, or how not end, but how they're gonna do this season. But I would really like if Pirates can continue in this vein of form. I think it's beautiful. I think it's scintillating. I think it's literally sensational. I don't know if the CAF is gonna have if the CAF is gonna play a bigger role. They didn't look lackluster on the weekend. They made quite good chances, and they made, like I said, made enough chances to win the game. But yeah, if you have any comments, if you want to say anything, please pop it in the comments. If you like the video, like it. I am now this guy, the streaming guy. So I want to get into more streams. I'm probably gonna try and do some more watch alongs. The Premier League review show is coming. I don't know. Sorry, preview show is coming. I don't know how long it's still gonna take though, but it's coming. I can tell you it's coming. So yeah, like the video if you haven't liked it before. Share it if you want to share it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that Pirates is going to win the league. If you think Sundowns is still going to win the league, pop a comment. Let me hear from you. Let me hear what you have to say. But be it as it may, tomorrow I'm doing a fantasy stream. I am cooked. I am absolutely cooked. Chat, I'm cooked. No one in the chat though. But yeah, tomorrow I'm doing a fantasy stream and my fantasy is looking peak. My fantasy is looking absolutely peak. But anyway, not that bad, but bad. Definitely bad. But anyway, have a good day. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Well, not see you guys, but like see the algorithms pop off. And yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you my fantasy and coming up with ideas on how to fix it. But anyway, this has been good. This has been real. Hope you have a good day and God bless you. Peace out. Peace.